Hi, crafty friends. Okay, you guys know I love these tiles so much from the Dollar Tree. And I had this box in our recycling bin and I was like, oh, wait a minute. We could totally make a planter out of this. And then, you guys, I was sitting here looking at it and I thought, oh, we could even put some legs on this. Now, I didn't, but I have an idea what I'm going to do. So anyways, you can see I measured it. I'm going to use the clean edge of the, around the actual edge, not my cut edge, for the top. And then the bottom is where I cut, you can see. And then, once you cut these, the adhesive stays on, but there becomes a little bit of a gap. And if you just add some hot glue in there, it holds it great. So you can see I put a couple little wood jingle blocks in there. This box had gotten kind of smushed. And so I was kind of trying to put those in there to reinforce it, but we won't end up seeing those because we're going to paint them up and, we're going to decorate it. So then this one I just kind of folded around the edge just to kind of cover the whole box. And then I started with some of the chalk paint and put one coat on. And you guys, I'm just using one of the loofah sponges from Dollar Tree. I like to cut it up and use it to paint with. So once that first coat is dry, and you can see I did the inside as well, I'm going to put a second coat on the outside. So then I was kind of thinking through when I was painting this, like how I wanted to stress it and what I want it to look like. I love when we can mimic like the old vintage ceiling tiles. So I grabbed out some of the antiquing wax and I'm just using a paintbrush kind of hitting in the areas, kind of trying to get down in those grooves. And then I'll end up kind of just lightly going across. And then once I do this top part how I want it to look, I will just grab a paper towel and we'll just go across the top of it. And then that way it picks up any excess, but it leaves anything that's kind of in the grooves. And the nice thing about this is if you take off too much the first time, you can always go back through in those little grooves and add more in. That's why I like using the paintbrush. So then I grabbed out a couple of the distressing sprays and I thought just kind of layering the different colors would be super cool on this, just to kind of give it even more so like, these are vintage tiles and they've been hanging out. This one is rust. I love this color so much, but just a little goes a long ways. So you can see I'm just doing this one side right now, but I actually ended up doing all of the sides. And then once that dried, I grabbed out the black soot ink pad and I'm going to hit the high parts as well. Because again, I want to add that next layer of that antiquing look. And you guys, I was thinking about why I thought the legs, I thought that would be super cool just to kind of have it sitting that way. So I'm going to actually add those. But here's how it turned out, you guys. I'm in love with this. So thank you guys so much for watching and don't forget to follow for more. Thanks, friends.